Hello, it's Peter Stimson here from MPowered Mortgages. It's Wednesday the 20th and we've had CPI out this morning. Unfortunately, as you're all probably aware, it's jumped to 2.3%, which is higher than the government's 2% target. Immediately, in terms of the markets, we've had a little bit of a nudge up in terms of swap rates. So 5-year swap has jumped by about 5 basis points, 2 years jumped by around 3 basis points. But in the scheme of things, that's really just a very minor movement. It's been kind of bouncing around those kind of levels, up 5 basis points, down 5 basis points, almost on a daily basis. So it's not really changed anything. 2 years still around 430, 5 years still around 408, 410. So it's just kind of a very, very minor movement. So this rise was kind of anticipated. The reason it was anticipated really was Ofgem removed the cap on energy prices last month. That's meant the average household bill is going up by around £149 over the next 12 months. And that's been reflected in the household goods and services section of CPI, which forms around 35% of the makeup of CPI. So the rise was, like I say, really anticipated by the markets from that regard. Where does that leave the Bank of England and Andrew Bailey going forward? Well, we think, and I think most of the market thinks, that a rate cut in December is very unlikely. It's really going to mean, low and slow in terms of bank base rate cuts going forward from here. There's obviously a bank base rate meeting on the 1st of February and another one on the 21st of March. Inflation obviously is the main component they're looking at, but there's obviously GDP figures to be taken into account, and obviously other factors like unemployment numbers when they're looking at whether they decide to make a change to bank base rate. We've obviously got another sort of big elephant on the horizon looming, which is Donald Trump's inauguration, which is on the 20th of January next year. That has obviously the ability to move the needle one way or the other. He's obviously sort of making pronouncements in terms of appointees to his inner sort of sanctum, and obviously on foreign policy, and however which way that plays has the ability to move the needle in terms of the swap markets and what happens in international trade and the global sense of things. That's it from here. Have a good week.